Am I going?
Yeah.
Hi. Hey guys. As some of you may know if you've been following, which I hope you have, I have picked my venue. It's Farmington Gardens, located in Farmington, Connecticut. I had looked into a lot of venues. I had gone to see just two because they were the two that kind of gave me what I wanted. And I settled down with Farmington Gardens. I love it. It's beautiful. And there were a couple of reasons that I did choose it over any other place that I inquired with or actually went to visit. One big reason was that I wanted to be the only bride that day. I didn't want to have to share it with someone else, with places that do like big weddings to the left, to the right, and everywhere else. And I also wanted there to be a hotel very close for both the traveling guests and the guests who maybe drink too much to travel. And I wanted there to be a very, very, very large dance floor. So I got all of that stuff and so much more with the Farmington Gardens. So that's where I'm getting married. So I've had a few panic moments along the way, too many to count. And it didn't start when I picked the venue because I had a little over a year still when I picked the venue. But when February 10th, 2017 hit, I started to panic. And I think I reached out to Lauren like at midnight that day to say, holy moly, what do I have to do? What's next? Because the list is long. And if you sign into the Knot and you look at your checklist, it's scary, it's intimidating, and you almost just don't want to look at it and you want to hand it to someone and be like, deal with it, I don't care. So I would have to say right now the current panic moment I'm in is finding a DJ, because like I mentioned previously, we want a very, very big dance floor, but without a good DJ, the dance floor is going to be empty. So I need to find a very good DJ, and that's currently what I'm panicking about. So far, the process has not been that long, considering 1 year was February 10th and now it's March 1st. However, I've learned that it's doable. If you take it in bite-sized pieces and you have the right people around you, like Lauren or like the Farmington Gardens, Kaylee at the Farmington Gardens has been heavenly as well. It's doable. They break it out into chunks and little pieces. They push you in the right direction and they say, here are some options. This is what works well here. This is what works well here. And it makes it easier. Like I'm sleeping now. Pet peeve or wedding headache, let's see. I would say that some vendors are very difficult to contact. Like if I go on your website and I can't find your email address, sometimes I don't want to fill out a contact form, sometimes I want to talk to somebody, I have a lot of questions, I've never done this before. And if I do fill out a contact form, I don't want to wait weeks to hear back from you because as you can see, this is a little bit anxious, brides are anxious, and to wait to hear back from someone might push me into the arms of someone else just because I haven't heard from you. One tip of advice for anybody that's newly engaged or planning a wedding in the early stages, I would say dance a very fine line between getting family involved yet and doing your own thing. There are some things you need their input on, and there are some things that you kind of just want to do yourself and then be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, not, hey, what do you think? So just, there's a fine line there, and dance it for a little while, for as long as you can at least. On my list is, I've met with Kaylee at Farmington Gardens, I'm in constant talks with Lauren, and I would say next on my list is to find a DJ and to lock them down, because apparently they're a hot commodity. To find a photographer, I've been talking to a few, so I want to lock one of them down. To pick my signature drinks, because the Farmington Gardens lets you pick signature drinks, and to find a dress, because that's going to take me a while.